Fishroom fanatics. So, I am finally getting a chance to record the video. I'm staring at the floor. Let me fix that. For the Fishroom tour update, not a whole lot has changed. There is a missing table. We finally got rid of that. The drums are still here. We're still currently looking for a buyer for these guys because we're trying to give them a good home, someone that's going to use them. Everything else in this corner is still the same. Nothing's changed. All the towels that we have down here. Stand, you can see now the 10 gallons are down on the bottom. Still haven't cleaned them out yet. Hopefully this weekend we're going to do that. This was a hamster cage, so I got to get that all cleaned up and squared away. Yeah, that's kind of the ideal plan here. But there's 3 10s. We're going to clean them out. This one, I'm pretty sure has a small leak in it. I'm going to figure out where it's at and see if it's repairable. Like I said before, if it's not, I'm not worried about it. This is the tank that we went to pick up that night. It is a 55-gallon tank. And as you can see, I am currently out of substrate now. I used the rest of it on this. It's still too thin. I got to put more in there, so we're going to pick some more up. This is a 55-gallon tank. We picked it up, and as you can see, there's calcium all over it. Just completely built up. You know, I mean, it's in pretty decent condition. It's not terrible. The silicone still looks pretty good on it. It's just kind of all ucky. And we're not going to fill it up until we get the substrate in there, the sand in there. And I'm going to use sand for this tank. I'll explain why in a minute. We paid $25 for this. Reason being is brace is cracked. Not a big deal. You can put a clamp on here, put a clamp on here, and then just put a crossbar if need be. So seal it together, and it'll be perfectly fine. So the fact that the center brace is broke isn't a concern for me. I can get that easily rectified. But that was the mammoth tank that we were, the bigger tank. I won't say mammoth because it's nowhere near a mammoth tank, but this was the bigger tank that we were planning on picking up. Like I said, it was 25 bucks. Not gonna complain. It's a little dirty, needs a little bit of love, a little TLC. Clean it up a bit. Done it with all the other tanks. Not afraid of cleaning them out. So that'll be taken care of. And this one's still going. And as you can see, the plants are still doing relatively well. They get fertilized every couple of days or so, probably, I don't know, every 3 or 4 days. That has died back quite a bit, which we're going to trim some of that off, but it has some stunning new leaves on it. So it is perfectly fine. It's just going to take a little bit for it to recuperate. I already expected it. Not worried about it. We got some, I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest with you guys. I'm thinking it's an onion plant, but it was a beta bulb. We got 3 beta bulbs. Felix, sadly, is no longer with us. There was an issue in the tank that we didn't catch because it was just a little tiny tank. We were doing water changes on it like once a week, which for a beta is more than enough, in my opinion. Some people will disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. Like I said, it's what I love about the hobby. You get different opinions from everybody. But he ended up, I don't know if it was just because the filter in there was too strong or what happened, but we got up and we were looking for him because he was notorious for hiding out and couldn't find him, and pulled the filter up and he was stuck to the filter. So little disappointed with that. A lot disappointed with that, but eventually down the road, that tank is still currently running, and it's, you know, it's been cleaned out. We may get another one in there, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that if we do get another one, it's going to go in a 10-gallon. I'm not going to take a chance with those beta bulls anymore. I never have been a big fan of them. They're great in a pinch, but personally, I like to have as much space for the beta as possible. Plus, you can put some other, just like lower key fish in there with it, catfish or corridoras, or, you know, any type of pleco that's hard skinned. Betas don't really mess with them. Plecos don't really mess with the betas. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. That way I can at least have a couple of like dwarf plecos or something in there that give it some character. But that's it, guys, for now. I mean, you can see, like I said, there's 3 10-gallons we got to get cleaned up and set up. I'm pretty sure that one's going to hold water because the seams look really good on it. And I'm almost positive that one holds water because that came out of the garage. At one point in time, it was a hamster cage, but that's easily rectified. It's already got the light on it and everything. So we'll end up picking up some lights for these, probably from the fish store that I go to. They usually have them used, and you can get them for a pretty cheap price. I think it's like $5 for a light. And we'll probably do a standard cover or something. I don't even know if we'll put glass in there. But the other cool thing is when you start cleaning out everything, you realize how much crap you have. And I had no idea that there was this much stuff laying around. We still have some decorations, a little bit of gravel. There's another beta bowl, some air pumps, and I think those are the empty boxes. We have the 3-way breeder there. We have another 2-way breeder upstairs. Actually, no, the 2-way breeder is right there. There's a 3-way breeder there. We found a light fixture that's about 36 inches long. It's about a 3-foot light, maybe a 2-foot light. Maybe a 3-foot. I'll have to measure it later. Not entirely sure, but you can see there's the box for my filter that I have in the 60 right now. There's another filter there that's still in the box for one of the smaller tanks. You just kind of accumulated everything. It's all stacked right here, and this isn't everything. There's still stuff upstairs in the stands. It's kind of crazy how much you can gather, but we have some more biomedia too. I know these are actual rocks. I'm sorry. So we have some good rocks in there, some pebbles and clear stones and stuff. We did pick up some seashells last night, some regular shells. I think we got like 20 of them for $5 or something. Because at some point I am going to get some shell dwellers down here as well. Because we still have the desk here will probably end up going upstairs at some point, and this whole corner will be opened up. All this stuff will be out of here. For right now, we don't have to do that. We have enough room down here, so I'm leaving this all as is. But at some point in time, this whole desk will come upstairs. There's an empty room upstairs. That's basically storage right now. We're gonna get that all cleaned up and sorted out, and then the office will go upstairs. And yes, I said office because we use it for other things besides this. But we still have all this room, and then we have this entire wall yet that this is for when we need something to stand on. The lone chair. But we have, the drums are going to be out of the way, which you can see we're going to have. Let me see if I can get back in the corner here and give you guys a little bit more of an idea. I mean, you can see there's the start of it, and it goes all the way down. So we've got probably 15 feet here, maybe 20. About 15, I'd say. That's all going to be filled up, and then the center section as well. We're probably going to use about 16 feet of this space in here. We'll have 2 rows, about 8 feet long each, back to back. So we'll have quite a few tanks in here at some point. I'm willing to bet that we're going to have close to 50 or 60 tanks. And we can modify things to fit more in here if we need to, but I don't think I want to go much more than like 50 tanks right now. Plan is breeding cherry shrimp, which we're already in the process of doing, as you see from the video previously. We also are planning on doing, the guppies are still coming in. They're still breeding upstairs. You can see from the other video that we did have another passing, which sucks. But that's getting looked into and cleaned up as well, so that won't happen anymore. We do plan on also expanding on shrimp and having different types of shrimp. I'm going to have a couple of different colonies of guppies down here because I'm just obsessed with them. There's probably going to be platies down here because she's obsessed with platies. She loves them. And then, like I said, I'm going to have some shell dwellers, and angelfish will be down here breeding hopefully at some point. Yeah, I mean, it's it for right now. I plan on picking up a couple of bigger end showfish. Not necessarily showfish, but just a fish for a show tank that I think are really cool. I don't know when it's going to happen or how soon it is. There's all the extra wood that will be used to start building more stuff down here. But I don't know when the other fish is going to be here or when we're going to get it. But in the near future, I'm hoping probably within the next month or 2. Hopefully it won't take that long, but it might. And you'll get to see kind of what's going on there. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, it's really about it that we've done down here. We just kind of moved things around, got everything kind of cleaned up a little bit more. And still waiting on getting those drums out of here. So once that's done, I can get back to doing what I do. If you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions or anything, let me know down below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and share. Get everything out. Let other people join in the hobby and have all the fun with the festivities that we do. If you guys need anything or any general questions, you can always message me. I'm not against that either. And as always, guys, happy fish keeping.